A 10-year-old boy grew up in a low-income home. No one in his family had ever accomplished much. But one cold, windy day, the boy was downtown, standing in front of a big office building, and through the window, he could see a man busy working. This man was sitting at a typewriter, typing very fast, and many people were handing him papers. He was giving orders left and right to keep everything moving. For over an hour, that young man stood there fascinated by the man in the window. He was impressed by how the man could handle so many different things. A few minutes later, a man walked by. The boy asked him, "Who is that man sitting at the desk?" The man said, "Well, that's the editor of the newspaper. He's one of the most influential and respected men in our city." That day, the boy went home with a new spark in him. He told his parents that one day he was going to become the editor of a newspaper. His parents were surprised by his enthusiasm because no one in their family ever talked about success or believed that they could do something significant. Over time, that young man replayed the scene in his mind every day with himself sitting in that chair in the window. He was the one directing the action. Visualizing that dream coming to pass fueled his determination. Every night, he would say, "Great Force, thank you for making my dreams come true. Great Force, thank you for having me become everything you designed me to be." Night after night, he kept seeing himself in that chair, seeing himself running that company. 30 years later, that young man was not only an editor and publisher, but also the owner of that same newspaper. The Force had done more than he could have asked or even thought of. It all started when he let the seed take root by seeing his future through the eyes of trust in the Force. He didn't think, "I can't do that. I'm not talented enough. I don't come from the right family." No, he saw himself becoming everything the Force created him to be. He reinforced that image by communicating with the Force with hope and thankfulness, and that's a winning combination that will make us succeed every time. When you ask for the Force with hope, believing that you have already received it, you will come to have it. Notice, we have to believe before we receive. One of the ways we believe is through seeing it happen and trusting in the Force. When you use the imagination the Force gave you and set your mind on the dreams the Force has placed in your heart, before long, you'll see those dreams come to pass.